Sagittarius, the Archer. Here's your reading for December 2017. Remember, guys, that this is a general reading. So all of the messages will not completely resonate with your unique situation, nor are they entirely meant to. The energies and messages here can either be coming directly from you, or they can be happening to you from an outside source or from another person, for instance. So take what applies and leave what doesn't, okay? If you'd like to book a personal reading, go ahead and check the description box with the link there for information upon how to obtain one. All right, guys, let's go ahead and bless the decks, and then we'll get started. Beloved God, I open all channels of light, north, south, east, and west. Guardian angels of the four directions, my counsels who serve the law of one, holy pure ones, anchor this space now in your divine consecration to provide Sagittarius the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they are meant and or intended to be. All right, Sag, we're coming into the reading with the Four of Swords reversed. Sagittarius, before we get started with the reading, first off, happy birthday. Also, remember to check the description box for your birthday reading special. Yeah, there's a link there for you, okay? So go ahead and check that out after this reading, of course. So, all right, Sag, back to your reading. Here we have the heart of the matter, right here in the center. And I haven't seen all of these cards here at the ends. We're going to go intuitive again this month, and we'll see where this goes. Okay, Sag, here in the center, we have the Six of Swords, Two of Pentacles reversed, and the Five of Swords reversed. All right, Sag, I feel like there are multiple scenarios going on here, multiple situations and circumstances that are coming through right now. I feel, Sag, that you're struggling, Sag, between a decision. This is pretty evident here. I want to say, Sag, that you're struggling with packing your stuff up and leaving, or packing your stuff up and leaving with the Six of Swords here, or, Sag, wanting to talk about the issue and also having some or gaining some understanding, and also wanting and or giving forgiveness. And you come into the reading with the Four of Swords reversed here. I'm looking at this card here, Sag, as holding back. So I feel like you're holding back on making this decision as to whether you want to leave or whether you want to work it out, in a sense, you know? Acknowledge what went wrong. Acknowledge maybe some stubborn energy, whether it was coming from you or it was coming to you or from you or both. Because you're not feeling balanced within this circumstance or relationship or partnership here. But you are holding back from making this decision. That's very clear here. And I'm also picking up, Sag, that there's a part of you that wants to just kind of leave this alone, let it ride out, and to sort of be hopeful that it'll kind of work itself out, or that a solution will present itself. And I'm also picking up, Sag, that maybe possibly you want the other person or the other party to initiate this decision for you or make this decision for you. I feel like you don't want to make this decision here. There's really something is either going on or has went on or is about to go on that's going to leave you in limbo a little bit. It's going to make you feel like you can't handle it. It's going to make you feel like you can no longer juggle things, or you can no longer stay grounded in terms of, in terms of like stability, or just being grounded in terms of making a solidified decision. And I'm really feeling here too, Sag, that for some of you, you don't want either or. You don't want to walk away per se, but then you kind of do. You do want forgiveness and understanding and acknowledgement, but at the same time, I feel, Sag, that you know that that's going to cause you to walk away. But there's an energy here with staving something off. Because these are the only two decisions that you can really do or make or even implement, either with the person or as an individual. Either you're going to leave or you're going to accept, or you're going to leave or you're going to forgive. And I'm also picking up that maybe you're not ready to forget. Because leaving is not forgetting. Leaving is walking away without any closure. And also disservices yourself as well. Because the other person doesn't get closure. You're not getting closure. And you further propel yourself into feeling unbalanced. But when I see the Four of Swords here for you reversed, it's a real sense of holding back. So I'm going to kind of conclude or go with what I'm initially picking up from here, Sag. That you kind of want this decision to be made for you. I feel like there's something really heavy here. Something has really transpired that kind of leaves you at this point or this precipice where you don't want to feel responsible for possibly messing something up, or for possibly further delaying the issue, or from further adding more like fuel to the fire. And when I'm picking that up in terms of wanting to kind of stave this off, and just, you don't want to be the blame for something, I feel, Sag, that maybe you did more, or you added to the situation a lot more than you really think you did. And I'm also picking up here because of that. I'm also picking up here too that maybe there is an acknowledgement of your own actions, But it's something really heavy. I can really see it. I can feel it here. Okay, that's what I'm initially getting. Let's see. Knight of Cups. Ace of Swords reverse. Okay. The Emperor reversed. You could be dealing with an Aries, possibly. Or you could maybe possibly be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Or you could be dealing with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Let's see. Sag, there's definitely a need or a want for clarity here. There was a lot of misunderstanding, or there was misunderstandings involved in this situation for you, or this circumstance for you. And I want to say that you or the other person is viewing it as kind of being deceptive. There's a real sense of, like I was saying, of holding back. There's a real sense of that. And I want to say, I'm also picking up that maybe you or the other person, or the other party involved, really kind of ignored your intuition, reacted very impulsively, or reacted very unlike yourself. I'm also picking up here too that it may not have been intentional though at the same time, but there's a real sense of holding back. I'm really picking up here that you don't really want, or the other person or the other party doesn't really want, Sag, to see what's at the end of the tunnel. And even if forgiveness or possible reconciliation, or being even open to reconciliation with the Five of Swords reversed, if it's even going to be worth it. I feel like you or the other person doesn't even want to take that step because you feel, or the other person feels, that it wouldn't really matter. It would be to no avail because it still wouldn't be the whole truth. And I'm feeling like with the Knight of Cups here that you're trying to find the best way to maybe go about this, or the other person is. I'm also picking up that maybe one of you was a little bit more emotionally invested in this relationship or situation or partnership or circumstance, and the other maybe wasn't. Kind of picking up too that maybe possibly there was a clash of wills here. There definitely was, or is, or will be, a sense of misaligning of values here, being on two separate pages, being on two different courses. There's a real disconnect here. And I'm feeling that it may have been from one of you not understanding your emotions, possibly, or you not understanding the other person's emotions or the other person's needs and wants. And I'm also picking up here too that maybe one of you kind of just assumed that you knew the other person's wants and needs. But we should never assume. But if we're forced to kind of assume, it means that we're not getting that clarity, right? Or we're not getting that confirmation from that person as to what they want, or they're not relaying it to us. So we kind of have to just go off of like, well, I think this is what it is, kind of thing. And I'm also feeling and picking up on the person that may want to leave and walk away to find maybe or discover greener pastures, or really just leave the situation, wanting to walk away from the situation because of feeling unbalanced. I'm also feeling here too that it may be you, Sag, that really wants to walk away. And I'm also picking up here too that maybe your partner or the other party is a little bit stubborn, that they don't really want to give in too much. They only give you so much information at a time. Or that could be you as well. You know, guys, this is general, so just apply what fits. Don't force anything, but apply what fits, and the energies can cross over upon any given circumstance, you know, or upon any given instance, I should say. But I do feel here that there wasn't any balance to kind of begin with. It was kind of like you guys were both on, like I said, on different pages, on different platforms. I'm also picking up here too that one of you possibly maybe knew something about the other person, but kind of just went against their intuition and was like, oh, we'll just do it. And when after saying that, I'm kind of picking up here too that maybe this was a relationship or partnership, whatever it may be for you today, was kind of done or executed or initiated out of pity. Because now I'm feeling, for maybe some of you, that you weren't sure if you wanted to stay or leave at the beginning of the relationship or partnership or circumstance. But then maybe at the same time, the person who wasn't sure at the beginning or in the beginning ended up really maybe falling for the other person. And I'm also picking up here too that possibly for some of you, one of you really just let things happen and didn't really protect, didn't really keep the household or the circumstance, and didn't hold it in a high enough regard. And I'm feeling that the communication did kind of dwindle, or it kind of went awry. Because maybe one of you saw the other person or the other party have a switch in personality. I'm really feeling here. A lot is coming through right now, Sag, for you. Or for you guys in terms of, you know, who's ever watching this video here today. I'm really also picking up, Sag, that one of you acts more upon making decisions, or acts more upon their decisions or their ambition than the other. Okay, I'm also picking up too here that since you have, or since you got the the King of Wands here, upright, and the Emperor reversed, this is a real power struggle here, which makes sense, or coincides with not feeling balanced. Because the one who felt inferior is the person who kind of wants to leave. Because then maybe they feel like their opinion is disregarded, or it's not heard, or it's not understood, or it's disregarded. There's a real sense of going back and forth here. Because a king and an emperor are two whole different people. They're two whole different types of rulers, or two entirely different types of protectors. They have similarities, of course, but there's that power struggle here. And I'm also picking up too that maybe the person who's holding back here is the one who maybe kept information to themselves, but it may not have been in a deceptive manner, but it was perceived as to be deceptive. And that's why the power struggle continues. That's why the power struggle continues to play out. And I feel like one of you is kind of winning over the other. It's becoming a real clash of wills, a real sense of loss, a real sense of mixing up the words of someone else. The communication is really, really, it's really stifled here, I feel. And I'm also feeling that the communication is not free-flowing. I'm also feeling that because of these two very powerful energies, or very prevalent energies, very domineering energies, that it's really becoming a game of kind of keeping score a little bit. One of you is a little bit more emotionally rational. That sounds kind of weird to say, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say, than the other. I'm also picking up here too, maybe, Sag, that on the contrary to what I've been saying, maybe this is a demotion as well in your pride, a demotion within your reputation. Maybe people view you or saw you as being the emperor, but your actions portrayed or showed something different, and their their interpretation or their perception of you has shifted, and it really has affected you, which makes you want to leave, which makes you kind of either want to leave or you want to understand the roots of it. But once again, there's a real staving off here of energy, just like stubborn, not wanting to do anything. 8 of Swords here. A lot of swords here, Sag, for you. 5 of Cups, okay. I'm really feeling that someone feels shoved in the corner. Someone feels like they can't be open and honest about something, that they've tried to be open and honest about their side of the situation, whether that's you or the other person or the other party. And in turn, the truth isn't being revealed here. And I think like it's like downright honesty about you guys as individuals, that this power struggle remains and very prevalent, and it's very much something that sticks around, and it's becoming very debilitating. But with the Five of Cups here, I feel like it's a never-ending battle. I feel like both of you will possibly lose in this situation. I'm also seeing here, I'm picking up that you guys are both contributing. One maybe more than the other, but you guys are both contributing to not feeling balanced together. I'm also picking up too that one of you possibly, okay, the Emperor, whoever reversed, whoever is embodying this energy for you today, is viewing the Knight of Wands as being head honcho, as being like, oh, that person knows what they want. They clearly know that what they're doing, kind of giving your power away, or giving whoever this energy is, giving their power away. And then seeing or believing through self-deceit that the King of Wands is really balanced. But then the King of Wands, in turn, is actually looking at the Emperor reverse as maybe possibly being someone who's balanced. Both of you, both parties involved in the situation, think the same way in a sense too. Like what the okay, let me just sum it up for you. What the King of Wands thinks that the Emperor is feeling, the Emperor is feeling that the King of Wands is feeling or thinking. And it's because there's no clarity here. There's no understanding here. There's no honest and open communication. I'm also picking up too that maybe at the end of the day, how things get fixed is maybe when you guys tell each other things that you kind of want to hear. A little bit of like contrivance kind of going on, or playing on the emotions a little bit, but it's further pushing you guys into disappointment. Interesting, Sag. So, coming to the reading with the Four of Swords reversed, we already discussed that. Yeah, the Hermit maybe could possibly be dealing with a Virgo. When I see the Hermit here, this is not really wanting to or holding back. Gaining introspection or going into that mode within yourself as individuals in terms of possibly trying to really gain some understanding of the situation. But also as well, Sag, whenever we embody the Hermit type of energy, it's also very vulnerable in energy where you're going to have to admit your shortcomings and your wrongs and your undoings, so you can get down to the truth and you can then heal. You can then understand things and see things from a different perspective. Gain some introspection, of course. See the bigger picture. But I feel as though because you guys view each other, how you guys view each other is pretty much the same thing, but you guys won't admit that that's how you guys feel that you are feeling to each other. So in the end, this is a lot of self-sabotage upon both ends. This is both parties or both situations or both people, whatever it may be for today, being very stubborn and not wanting to come to an agreement. Also not wanting to admit their wrongs and not wanting to be vulnerable. And I feel like that's why the Hermit is here, that both of you need to embody this type of energy. Gain clarity and understanding. You have the Ten of Wands here reversed. This is wanting to drop the burden, or she dropped in the burden. But I feel as though that this is coming. It's not here yet because you guys aren't embodying the hermit type of energy. You guys aren't wanting, you're holding back from gaining clarity from introspection, first as individuals and then together. You got the Fool card here, and this is what it's going to take. It's going to take that leap of faith. One of you is going to have to kind of give in, I feel. But you guys both don't really want to show or exhibit your guys' vulnerability. But yet, what's going on? There's nothing but disappointment transpiring. Sag. It's that toughie that you have on your hands. Okay, let's pull a Jesus card, see what he has for you. Okay, so this popped out first. Exactly. Given it shall be given unto you. Luke 6:38. I'm going to put this card in the center. I don't know, I just feel like it. Okay, the next one here is, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. John 14:12. On this side here. And then the next one is, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of God. Mark 4:11. I feel as though that you guys, as both together and as individuals, need to leave some room in your guys' heart for the unimaginable. Stop trying to plan your happiness. I really feel like that's kind of what's going on here. Because it's impossible to do so. We can't plan our happiness. We can work towards it and hope for the best, but we can't plan it. It's impossible. And I feel as though when you guys have this open line of communication, your guys are going to realize like how much time has been wasted in believing your own thoughts or giving in to your own pretendings, and also excusing each other's intentions. Yeah, I really feel like that's kind of what it is that's going on here. And when one of you gives in or one of you takes a higher road, the other then follows suit. And also taking things from a spiritual sense, or coming from a place of love, a place of understanding, a place of wanting to work this out. I must ask you, Sag, in terms of you and this partnership, or you and the other person, the other situation, whoever's involved, are all your guys' hearts still in this bond or in this relationship or partnership? Or your guys' hearts still really in it? Is this what you guys really, really still want? One can't want it more than the other, because then that means that one is going to take more than they give. And that's called greed. I'm not going to do that. And that's when we feel disappointed. You have a lot to think about, Sag, and work on for December. If this resonated with you, leave me a comment. Let's hear your side of it. Very interesting. Alright, Sag, that concludes your reading. As a reminder, remember to check the description box for your birthday special reading. Happy birthday again, and we'll see you next year.